What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the All Pro JAFFOs, where we bring you the highly elevated sports talk with a highly elevated sports fan. I'm your host, JP.
Hey, yo.
And alongside me, as always, the 6'10 beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K.
Konnichiwa, people.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
And we may be having DJ Matchsticks on pretty soon. But we'll see if we get drunk or sober. Matchsticks tonight.
My vote drunk.
I hope.
That's
It's
my
not my
vote.
vote, it's my hope.
Actually, yeah. Let's switch it up. Hope.
Well, it's a Wednesday. Basically the premise of this show, today, at least today's show, I was thinking about it, considering, what we want to do come Friday. I figured today we would basically, one, there's a lot of things to talk about in sports. And two, what the plans are, things that we want to end up doing, things that we want to end up accomplishing, and things that are coming up. So we'll get to all of that. But once again, welcome everybody. First things first. Coach Prime. Now Colorado University head coach. Pac-12. And this is causing quite a bit of a stir on social media, on sports media, everywhere. It was pretty wild, but then you see the buildup, you see what had happened, and you start to wonder, what's really. It's one of those things you really have to start to kind of think. You don't really want to pick a side because you want to see both sides of the story, but you can also understand both sides of the argument. Okay, when we talked about it a little bit with Corey on Friday, and then I believe literally the next day,
It was.
it was announced that he was going to go to Colorado. Corey had said because he had a point of all, and again, it really, that is the main point, kind of universally everywhere, is the idea of, at least what Prime was saying, like a lot of the talk that he had said about bringing, prominence to the HBCUs and, all that other kind of stuff, to just kind of like at almost the apex of the whole thing, go to Colorado. It rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Now, he had a press conference, said his lines that he literally stopped and said everybody should apply for. It's not about, the story was never about his location, it's his destination, which in my head, I was like, it's kind of the same thing, but I get what you were going for. But then I see a video of the press conference right after the SWAC game, and apparently somebody had gone through his office and stole all of his shit. And then you see after the SWAC game, during like the trophy presentation, you see the video, Prime's trying to hurry everything up. Yeah, he knew he had to get, he had to catch a flight to Colorado, first of all. But everything that goes into it, Kay, when you saw this happen, what was the first thing that popped into your head?
that specific story or the everything in its totality? I probably should ask that.
Everything in its totality when it first happened. Like when you first got the news that
Oh, when
Prime
I
was headed to
first,
Colorado.
I was like, shit. I wish he would have fucking followed the plan. I'm not saying the plan I laid out for him, but just the plan I created. Like, you know what I mean, in my mind. I wish he stayed another year. You know what I mean? Like what I said on the last episode. I feel like that would have been the best situation, but it's after learning more information, seeing that story, hearing the rumor about them mishandling funds, taking money away from the football team and him and shit like that, like, I mean, I was like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. I believe too. So now everybody that's fucking they need to have put that story out where they were misallocating funds and shit like that. Like they need to put that story out as well. Clear his name a little bit. You know what I mean? So people that was
Yeah, you got to jump outside.
robot.
Yeah, hold on a second. I think it might be me.
No, it's for sure you. All right, guys. So yeah, this is the part where we're taking an intermission. So this break we're gonna do the Fresh Prince song. Doom, 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 doom. Now this is a story all about how my life got twisted upside down and why I like.
There you go. That's better.
Oh, it's not. Well, okay.
Oh, I'm saying it sounds clear from my side.
Oh, it's a lot. Oh no, it's coming in. It's a lot better now.
Okay.
I mean, it's still a little raspy. You got a little Life Jennings on the back end, but it's okay.
That might just be my voice. I don't know.
Nah,
No. No.
You're on the higher end of the baritones, guy.
So yeah, you hear the situation and you kind of understand where he's coming from.
Yeah,
But then the transfer portal caught fire.
rightfully so.
And pretty much everybody left
Yeah,
and are now joining him in Colorado. He told the squad that was already there, we're bringing in the
bringing luggage.
best. I'm bringing the rest of my luggage with me. He straight up already named his son the starting quarterback of the team.
Told you.
So, his son went with him.
Knew that was coming. Travis Hunter going with him too.
He's going
That's
with
already
him.
been announced. That's
That
already been announced.
it's just so. And now I come to I kind of play devil's advocate a little bit with it, but my question started becoming because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, he did a lot for HBCUs and brought a lot of eyes. ESPN, went and they got a lot of funds and then but then I start going, yeah, well, apparently those funds are being mishandled and not being put in the right space that they should have been. And now we're also looking at a situation where now that Prime is gone, does the pot and essentially all the players that came with him. So now Jackson State's entire roster is essentially depleted. With all of its best players. And with him gone, does that popularity for HBCUs, does that whole, ESPN going and college game, all that other kind, like, does that?
I mean,
Does that?
you still got Eddie George and Hugh Jackson, and I'm forgetting some guys, but they coach at HBCUs as well. So it's like, if like say Eddie George them take off, then no. If one of those schools take off and like have a season like Jackson State, then no. But if everybody like like say out of 10 games, you got like 7-3, fucking is the leading is the number one seed is 7-3. The rest of the shit is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just only down from there. So
But now you look at Prime's message that he put out at the press conference, where he said he's about helping everybody. You know, he said, I'm hearing people are saying that, I left. He's like, but he said he could never leave. And he's basically trying to help everybody, of all walks of life. And I was just kind of thinking about it, going like, well, with that stance on it, yeah, I can understand. And yeah, he is getting paid a shit ton more at Colorado. Now, the kids that went with him to Jackson State and are now going with him to Colorado now have an opportunity. So this is basically, remember what we were talking about for having an HBCU and stuff like that, that they, having an opportunity at the college playoff?
mm,
This essentially is what's happening because all the players that were at Jackson State are now at Colorado. And now
I mean,
being in the Pac-12, you have the opportunity, depending on your record, to be able to compete for a college football playoff.
I also think Coach Prime told them realistically if they're D1 players.
You think if the transfer portal wasn't what it is right now, that this situation would be very different? You think Prime would stay? Because the transfer
Honestly,
portal essentially is a player using their freedom to basically go wherever they want. If they're like, I mean, we've spoken to, other people. Going into the transfer portal is not always guaranteed.
yeah,
You need to basically have a guarantee by somebody that you're gonna have a full, because if you go into the transfer portal and nobody picks you up, there goes a scholarship.
yeah,
But if some of these kids basically have guarantees already, like Prime has already told them, yeah, you're coming with me. Like I'm bringing you guys with me. Then
yeah. I think they had their
that's,
conversations.
you know, that's a different thing. So, I mean, again, I expressed this. I selfishly wanted him to stay because I wanted to see, because you guys have heard me on this show say plenty of times, the amount of Hall of Fame talent, the amount of great players that have come out of HBCUs, they
Mm.
don't get enough recognition. And I, was hoping that this would be the light that showed, all of this talent, and then showed, how good they can be against the other top talent in the entire country. So now with him gone, I mean, yeah, Eddie George is there, Hugh Jackson is there, but do they bring the same? They obviously don't have the same persona, same personality as Deion Sanders. That's prime time. That's an entirely different.
Well, I mean, most of the gravitas for him coaching was the fact that he did so well in high school as well. Like he can be prime, and he would have been prime and went to Texas and coached like shit, and they would have been sorry as hell, and then win state titles. And I mean, he'd have went to Jackson State, then there'd have been questioned his ability. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he was so,
27 wins, back-to-back swag titles.
you know what I mean? So it's like he was so dominant in high school, and then he was so dominant in SWAC. Personally, I feel like the fanfare should have been more positive and saying thank you and all of that stuff instead of slandering them, because that could have been a pipeline for athletes that's coming out the league that want to coach. Like black athletes that's like that were dominant in the league, they want to coach. he could have started a trend about going to HBCUs first, getting them together, and then going up to the higher level if that's what they're trying to do based off of the fact that there's no funds. I feel
Right.
like most of the reason why Prime left is because of the funds. Because the entire time, because I used to watch the Coach Prime Barstool series.
Mhm.
I mean, it is not out now. I watched both seasons, the first two seasons. Unless I missed the season, it's only two seasons. I watched those seasons, and most of the time he was speaking about was just money. Like they don't have the resources and stuff like that. That's the only thing he was saying the whole time. And I feel like that's most of the reason. It's like the resources he was talking about was being mishandled. If he would have got the whole money, he could have like actually did more than what he was doing.
Well, not just mishandled, but he wasn't getting the support that was necessary, like from the boosters and the alumni.
That's what I'm saying. And they're still winning games. So it's like it makes sense. It's like, why would he stay? Why would he stay and y'all acting like this? It's like that's the thing. It's like you're mishandling what you have. If everything that came out is true, you're mishandling what you have. So I'm gonna just say it like that. So based on the alleged story, I'm only speaking on that. So if you sat there and you did what that story said, you mishandled your gym, you mishandled your diamond, and you let him go out the door because he would probably did his whole contract the entire time. He'd have did his whole contract and then left. You see what I'm saying? And that was like that's an issue because they went 13-0, and then his son was getting talked about for the Heisman list. Like if they're mentioning him, then that lets you know he's going to be on watch the next season. So that brings
Oh yeah.
all eyes to your school. Think about if you get a Heisman winner again to your school, what that would do. And man, that's why I was saying, like, people don't think, like, people don't think you just reacting and trying to take advantage of the moment. And it's like all right, you had 3 years of greatness. Now you're finna be back in the shitter. And then on top of that, when they find out what you did, you're gonna lose your job. Now look at you. You broke your shit now. Dumb as fuck, broke your shit. So
But like, so I'm also kind of finding it hard to like. I don't want to go as far as calling him a sellout, like a lot of people are doing. Like, I understand the certain viewpoint, like because HBCUs haven't gotten the attention. You want that to grow. You're proud. You want that to happen. I can understand that, but to say he's selling out when he's still bringing a lot of the kids with him. And the message is for like it's a universal message. Like from him saying that, I'm here to help all men, all of these young men, no matter what they look like. When you say that, it's like, well, you can't disagree with that. You can't say that that's wrong because that's absolutely, not wrong. That's a good mindset to have. You want to be able to help all kids from all walks of life. That's okay. I can get behind that. I can't I can't call him a sellout when the end goal is that. You know what I mean? And then,
yeah.
like you said, with the finances and with everything that was happening, it's like, you know, he put everything that he could. He put his own money into it. He was doing all of that stuff for the program and still wasn't really getting the support that was necessary. So, I mean, the whole situation is wild, but it would I have liked to see him stay? Yes. Do I understand why he left? Yes. Am I going to call him a sellout for it? No. I wouldn't. I mean,
Here's the other one. Should he be called a sellout for it?
I don't think so. I mean, look, I understand the argument of, yeah, he promised all of this stuff. He was saying all of this stuff about, the prominence of HB. Like, he was saying all the things you would want to hear, like with the foreshadowing of having HBC, like we had talked about on the show, of having HBCUs be talked about as if, like, in the same type of competitive conversation as Power Five schools. You know what I mean? So that's what we were hoping for, but
Let me just say
how
this.
much do you endure? How much of not having the support, how much of not having the finances, how much of the finance, like all of this stuff that's going on, how much of that do you take before you just say, as much as I've been trying to do, this is what I've gotten back from you guys?
And
Why
that's
do I need to keep taking this?
and that's what I was gonna give him as far as scenario. Like, think about it like this: not you, but the people. You get a job, you're working that job. You've been at that job for years, and you find out that for the 3 years you've been working this job, they have withheld 40% of your resources for in the ability for you to do your job. Do you stay at that job? You got a job that pays you 4 times as much, way more. Let's just say that it wasn't 4 times, way more times, like 140 times as much as you're gonna get paid at your job you're at right now. Would you stay?
From
If I,
300,000, from making 300,000 to 5 million.
that's what I'm saying. Would you stay at your job? You find out they withholding 40% of your resources, and then you get your jumping pay goes like that
And
with the
and
other
then
job. Yeah, no, I'm out.
your job is withholding resources, and then the new job is not only giving you all of the resources, they're paying you more too. Now none of it has to come out of your own pocket. Don't worry about that. We got you.
They're
We
finna
got all
fucking
the
name a
funds for
lake after him.
you.
They're finna name a mountain after him, bro. You see that mountain right there, Coach Prime? It was named Walking Turtle. We switched the name. It's now named Coach Prime's Peak. Like, the lake underneath it, that's yours as well. We'll let you name that on your own. And then we got a whole piece of land right there for you. That's not even a part of your salary. This is just a booster. This is just a sweetener on top, a cherry on top, if you will. Maybe
And
just a whipped cream.
by the way, all of your property taxes will be
Oh, the state of
taken care
Colorado.
of taken care of for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, the state of Colorado. They worked it in with the marijuana tax. They worked it on the marijuana tax, so you don't have to worry about that.
All the free weed in the world you want.
No, he don't smoke weed, so you
Oh.
ain't gotta worry about that. They just worked in his property taxes and the marijuana tax, so he get paid like that. Yeah, Colorado wasn't playing. Them boys weren't playing. Just like,
Colorado's like, we will do whatever it takes to get you here.
man, look, I'm telling you, you find out they withholding resources. I mean, it's probably not 40%. It was just more. That was just the scenario I gave. You know what I mean? The analogy I gave.
But I mean,
But
withholding anything,
yeah,
no, I don't think it was 40%, but it was an
good
eye-opening
amount.
enough. No, it was higher than 20, tell you that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, anything higher than 10 really is eye-opening, going, fuck, that's a lot to withhold.
First off, why are you withholding resources from an
Exactly.
NFL, the best corner in NFL history, coming deciding to
All
come
of
coach
that
at the
money
coach?
is supposed to go to the student athletes and those players and to those, to everything that they put into there.
Now
And
they're gonna be terrible for a long time, bro. They're gonna be terrible for a long time.
the curse of prime time, Jackson State.
They're gonna be terrible for a long. I really feel bad for the guys that's from there that plays for that team. You know what I mean? That's
Uh,
like, fuck, I live at home.
but but I mean, But I mean,
Live at
in
home.
the end, congrats to Coach Prime on the job.
Most
You
definitely.
know, and all the players that are going with him and everything like that. It just now there's an opportunity to be able to show that it's not a fluke. Now it's the opportunity to be able to show what you're really made of. And
I don't know. I feel like he showed that.
now and now with he's in position to basically take over the Pac-12 because UCLA and USC are out.
Position to. That's over with.
I-
That's over. That's the Pac-12 is the least of his worries. People really need to be concerned if they get ranked. They rank people beginning of the year based off of popularity,
Don't
and
put Prime in the college football
he's
playoff.
good. I can honestly see based off of this recruiting class, they
Don't
be in
tell.
the top 25 before the year starts. I can
I
honestly see
I
that
feel
shit,
like
bro.
the recruiting class for Colorado, transfer portal and all, will be top 5 recruiting class in the entire nation by season's beginning.
Bro, they gonna be ranked. They gonna have a number beside their name before the season starts, bro. I seriously see them climbing up pretty fucking fast. Just he's like, bro, in that meeting, they all talk about the whole transfer portal part of his speech. The one part of his speech was like, "We're gonna try to make you quit." Like that was
We
probably the
we
most glaring part to me, like about
he
hard
what
work.
what I got from that was he wasn't saying for them, "Hey, you guys are going to need to pack your bags, you guys are
No,
leaving."
no, no,
He
no,
was
no.
saying, "If you're not tough enough to handle this, there's the door, there's the portal.
Yeah, exactly.
You can go
That's
somewhere else.
yeah, that's what I was saying. So
I'm bringing people with me. It's up to you to fight for your jobs. It's up to you to compete. It's up to you to make this team better. If you can't handle that pressure, go." That's what I got from it.
yeah, most definitely. So yeah, that was pretty much my point. So that's what I was saying about the hard work and stuff like that. It's like he works kids hard. Like he's gonna have that hard work ethic. And the fact that they're like, we know you did it. Like my dad and granddad watched you play. I seen highlights of you play. Like I seen and heard stories of you doing certain things. You winning a World Series and the Super Bowl in the same goddamn night. Like we hear about what you've done. Like they could joke about all of the songs and all that and his hair, like players going to, but it's like the hard work part is going to be the very forefront of what is going to take them to the. I'm seriously, bro. People are saying that it. Like I was watching Rich Eisen earlier today, and he was saying about 3 years they can see them in the college playoff. I seriously feel like based off of their recruiting class, granted they not going. to I don't think they're going to play big teams like that, but they might schedule them big teams because it's D1. They in the Pac-12. So it's like it's not
They
like
might
it's a far fetched. You got all these 5 stars.
they're
Shit,
talking about it now. They're
that's what I'm
talking about
saying.
right now.
I feel like they might y'all might mess around and play them, bro. Texas, y'all might play them early in the season because y'all gonna be ranked pretty high coming this year.
I'll
Y'all
take it.
might play them. I can see them playing everybody that's from fucking 10 to 20 early. Like you can just pretty much pick 10 to 20. I can feel like they're gonna play a couple of them teams. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know if they're gonna pick top 10 teams to play them that quick. Maybe, but I feel like they gonna, you know what I mean? Because I don't know. It just all depends on what Oregon plays in years in or next season, how they feel about that. I don't know, bro. We'll see.
I see Colorado making a run for it now, or at least being in the conversation. Actually making it, maybe 2 years, but
Man,
they'll
look.
already be in the conversation by this coming year. And I mean, hey, it's changed the landscape of the college football world, that's for sure. Um, but we'll see what happens. Colorado is definitely going to be a destination for a lot of kids, high school and transfer portal. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what becomes of Colorado. We'll see how good they are when the next few years come around. I don't know the contract situation. I don't know how long Coach Prime is going to be there. Um, for all we know, this is just a stepping stone to get to the SEC. To take over or either take the SEC or become the head coach at Florida State. So there's an end goal to all this. Is it Colorado? Maybe. Is it SEC? Maybe. Is it Florida State? I personally think it's Florida State. But you can hope and pray that it's Miami. Fuck it, I'll hope and pray that he'll come and be the SEC coach for Texas. Coach Prime and the burnt orange and white.
What in the absolute hell is you talking about, man? That man ain't gonna go to no damn fucking Texas. Hey, look, he go to Florida State, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, if he goes to Florida State,
I'm gonna fucking cry.
you're gonna be in hell for the foreseeable future.
I'm gonna be in there forever. I don't know when that's gonna end. He'll fucking be Bobby Bowden, bro. I swear to you, that should have hurt my soul. Oh, that hurt my soul.
Well, it's not gonna feel good for you. I know that.
But as
I
far
know
as
that
Texas,
for
that's
sure.
a fucking far fetched. Even though he lives in
Oh,
Texas,
there's a chance. I'm not gonna hold my breath for it, but that would be funny. That'd be hella
I mean,
crazy.
it should be hilarious if you went to A&M
Don't say that.
or fucking Texas Tech.
Fuck. If he goes to if he goes to Texas Tech, I'd be a little upset. I wouldn't be as upset as A&M. If he went to Oklahoma, I would just stop watching football altogether. And just be like, well, there's no need for me to.
That includes the NFL.
Maybe because all of my joy would just be. I was like, I don't really care.
All right, so how much would you be down if the Bucks beat y'all this weekend?
Wouldn't be down at all, really. Like
Why not?
upset and crying over it. Like, no, I definitely wouldn't be doing that because one, um, if we did lose, there's plenty of reasons why, and we've gone over them on this show. Now, granted, we handled Miami. Defense played absolutely, ridiculous. And our Mr. Irrelevant quarterback came in and did his job. He did what he was supposed to do. And in this system, I think that's exactly what the quarterback position is. It's not the highlighted position of the offense. Your skill positions are, your running backs and your receivers are, and your tight ends. Your quarterback is just something to give the ball to those playmakers. It's a game manager role. Jimmy can do it. Lance could, kind of do it. Brock Purdy, all he needs to do is just be a good game manager, make the right decisions, and the playmakers that he has around him will do the rest. So when it comes to Tampa, the way you guys just won this last weekend was one of those. It's in San Francisco. He's got a lot of anger to deal with and to take out, and I think he's probably going to do that.
He beats y'all ass every time he play y'all. I don't know. Like, let's just get this out in the open. Ain't got nothing to do about his full anger. He whoops y'all ass every time.
He
So
lost to
that's
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick was running. So that's first. Secondly, as far as your situation, the Miami Dolphins have two of the same player. Waddle
Mhm.
has one more route than Tyreek.
Yeah.
So he's 4 out of. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, they don't have many routes. They're super fast, and it's pretty easy to stop them. You hit that big, tall ass motherfucking Islander, and that pretty much ends the day. That's it. Like it's pretty. You keep them in front of you, and that's it.
Can we
They don't
can
have a Travis
we
Kelce.
can we agree that the 49ers defense is legit?
I say y'all. I told you this a few weeks back. Y'all interior is amazing. Your linebackers and D line is amazing. As far as the way they play together, your DB's an ass, but that's
Hufunga's good.
excuse me.
Ward has been playing well. Mosley's been off and on.
Name one good team y'all played this year?
Miami.
Name another good team that y'all played this year, other than by
You're
record.
gonna make me go through the fucking schedule. Let me see.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me something because I don't remember y'all playing a good team. Like, I really don't remember the Niners team, bro.
Let's see. If this thing would fucking let me. Jesus Christ.
No, it's all good. I'm already on it. I'm already on it. I'm already looking at your schedule. Week 1, the Packers, they asked. The Vikings, week 2, they haven't figured themselves out yet. You lost to the fucking Texans. You got shot by the Texans. Disgusting. You lost to the Bears. Disgusting. You beat the Seahawks. All right. They were decent. At that point, that was week 5. Yeah. You lost to the Broncos. That's even more disgusting. You beat the piece of shit Rams. You beat the motherfucking Panthers. That's ass. You lost to the sorry ass Falcons. Bro, look at the teams y'all losing to besides the Chiefs. The Chiefs maxed y'all ass out. Like, yeah, you beat up on shitty fucking teams.
But we're also losing to shitty teams.
The Dolphins is literally the first team y'all beat convincingly that's actually good. Because the Chiefs maxed y'all out. The Falcons beat y'all by fucking 2 touchdowns, which is disgusting. The Seahawks were decent at that. By week 5, the Seahawks were still like, are they good or are they, you know what I mean? They were still questioning it. So, I mean, they're decent. They're leading y'all division though, so but they're decent. Yeah, bro, like this is disgusting. And they still got y'all favorites. I don't see it. I have no idea what the fuck people are saying. I really don't. Like, based off of y'all win-loss fucking shit, y'all look like my team. Like, my team has problems with the offensive line.
I couldn't agree with you more. I don't
Yeah.
see it either. Because just based off the losses that you just named out,
That's
like,
just disgusting.
why? It's like, why are we being talked about? Oh, it's like, we lost to the Texans. We lost to the Falcons. Who else did we lose to, you say there? Texans, Falcons,
Those 2
Chiefs.
is enough.
Chiefs was obvious.
Broncos. Ugh. Disgusting.
Oh, God.
Disgusting.
That fucking game.
Oh, my God. The Bears.
Jimmy G out of the back of the end zone. Fuck.
The Bears beat you.
And the Bears. And this was
Disgusting.
before Justin Fields got hot.
Bro, this is disgusting. And I really
either.
don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see how they raving Kyle Shanahan like this. I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
And I mean, they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep saying all this shit, and I'm really
By default, all the teams that beat us are better than us.
the
So
Texans,
yes,
the
that means
Falcons,
the Texans.
the Texans, the Falcons, the Broncos. Ugh.
The
Broncos?
Texans are better than the 49ers.
Ugh, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like the only reason why we are where we're at because of injuries, and everybody knows it, and we still hanging on. You see what I'm saying? It's like 6-6 is not that bad with the situations that we had.
Okay, can I ask you something real quick?
What's that?
Let's say on the off chance the 49ers win, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would then start to question, you have a problem with backup quarterbacks. You can always beat the starters, but when you play backup quarterbacks, I'm talking about the Bucks.
Right.
When you play backup quarterbacks, for some reason you just tend to shit the bed. I don't understand
no tape.
that.
There's no tape. No tape on that guy. So you can come out here and do whatever the fuck. You can pay attention to tendencies and shit like that when they throw the ball, how they like it. All of that shit. They look at all of that shit on film, but it's like you have no tape of a backup quarterback. Motherfucker never played. Like when we lost to Trevor Siemian last year, that motherfucker never plays. He never plays. We lost. Crazy.
Cooper Rush.
I mean, Cooper Rush beat a lot of motherfuckers, bro. Like, stop acting like it was just us. He went on a fucking 5-game win streak.
Who else? Jameis didn't beat you, did he?
Fuck no. Hey, yo, chill out, dog.
I was just trying to see which was what was it? It was Jameis.
Yeah, no. Every time Jameis touched the field, they lost.
It was Hill.
Taysom? Yeah, now Taysom Hill is the fucking Bucks kryptonite on everything. He the Bucks
Taysom
kryptonite.
Taysom Hill, Trevor Siemian, Cooper Rush.
I hate him, but I love him at the same time.
So now, what if Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, literally the last pick in the draft?
Like I said, the only way I can foresee us losing to y'all is if that D-line just absolutely go fucking bonkers. Like Bosa just loses his fucking mind. That's the only way I can see us beating us, bro. I promise you. Like one of y'all stars on defense has to go crazy. Fred Warner, fucking Bosa. What's the other guy's name? It ain't too many in that interior.
You got Armstead back.
Decent. I mean, Kinlaw, decent. Whatever the guy's name. Well, you know your defense. I have no idea who these guys are. I just know the big names. So if one of those two guys that I mentioned go off, all right. You see Fred Warner had like 4-5 sacks on Brady, get a pick. Okay, I can take that loss. Bosa has like 4-5 sacks on Brady. Okay, I can take that loss as well. But as far as sitting there,
no.
What happened?
Matt Six just sent us a thing.
He sent us a thing?
Apparently, Antonio Brown posted a photo in. Oh no, that's not her, is it? That's no way. No way it could be her.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this.
No way it could be her.
So let's got the goddamn 49ers this weekend. I saw that bullshit article. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all.
No, you have to. You're gonna need to.
I do not have to. I can refuse, and I'm doing that.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-mm. Nope. I'm not indulging that crazy ass motherfucker. I'm now you I have to
So now that further
California
tells
cake.
me further tells me the
Shawty was
49ers
for the fucking streets. If
the
that was
49ers are losing. The
bro, if
49ers are
that
losing.
was fucking her, Shawty is for the fucking streets. And I feel bad for my dog. That's real. That's my first reaction. While you getting it right now, how to press, so I ain't gonna fucking talk about this shit no more. If that's her, Shawty for the fucking streets, and I feel bad for my dog. And it makes sense why he's losing his fucking goddamn cool on the sideline. He's trying to hold this shit in all fucking time. He been holding this shit in for a long time. He probably been recognized Shawty for the streets. Damn, that shit fucking sucks, bro.
if
Him and
if
I mean,
if allegedly
allegedly. So based on the world of the alleged land, this man Brady is the doggone got the same fucking hookup as Kanye. Got 3 kids from the lady from the streets. I feel bad for my dog, man. It is what it is, though. Hey, look. So back to the game. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Bosa gonna have to go off, or Fred Warner gonna have to go off. But as far as this pass, none of that shit. None of that shit. And we're a pretty good run defense. So I mean, Trent Williams, he's gonna fold one of them motherfucking goddamn new ends. He is either gonna I think it's gonna be fucking Joe Tryon. Sure
if
ain't
anybody is going to
he
make the
gonna get folded.
mistake that cost us the game on the offensive line, it's going to be Mike fucking McGlinchey,
Who's that?
the
The
right
guard?
tackle.
Right tackle?
Oh
Oh
God,
fuck you. Oh fuck yeah. Hey,
he
look.
bought he
So let me ask you, how is y'all interior line? Is y'all interior line
interior line's cool. It's Mike
is
McGlinchey who's
cool?
ass.
I mean, you gotta think about it. You got Vita Vea coming back to the Bay. He from the Bay too now. 1 CCS, MOP this high. You gotta remember that. He gonna be right in Santa Clara. You think all the Chi-Hoos, you ain't gonna hear all the Chi-Hoos in the motherfucking goddamn crowd. The motherfuckers gonna be there. They gonna be in that bitch packed. Yo, they gonna take a whole fucking side of the stadium, fam. All them flags gonna be Chi-Hoo everywhere. They gonna be Chi-Hooing in that motherfucker for both sides. Cause y'all safety motherfucking poly too.
Across the freeway.
Bro, y'all safety is poly too. So it's like they gonna be in that motherfucker. Chi-Hooing all goddamn day. So hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm crazy. And look at the fucking voice thing that you put when I come in the show. You need to make that a clip.
No, that's hilarious, but that's
You need to
like
make that a clip.
factual. That's factual.
You need to make that a clip.
Like
You put that
that's
out.
flat. No, for real. That's
Tag both players.
factual.
I'm so serious. Make that a clip. Tag both players. They're gonna be Chi-Hooing all over that motherfucker though. Back to
The
the
whole
shit.
family. And we're not look, let's make it very clear. We're not making fun of it.
Not at all.
That's just the family showing out. We're giving the reality. We're
Man,
laughing at the reality of the
I love their
situation.
culture. I love their culture. I love them. I love how they get down. You know what I'm
Like
saying? I respect what they doing.
when you got one player, the whole family shows up.
Right.
If they're in the area, they're going to the game to support. That's just how it is.
Man, the friends of the family go just because he there.
Yeah.
just cause he from there. He from the same type of heat.
For like when we saw it with Junior Fajalco with his family.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
I know.
my God.
That's what I'm saying.
At
I know them.
State.
Some of them are friends of the family, but for sure, most of that was his family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the family was there. They're out there. They support. That's just what happens. So yet, when you see the Polynesian culture, they show out for their family.
It's finna get real.
So yeah, it's when he's talking about the Chiha, everybody knows what the hell that sound is. Everybody knows what it is.
If you know polyculture, yeah.
If exactly. If you've been around it, if you've seen it, you know it when you hear it.
It's finna get real out there.
It's gonna be like
It's
you're
gonna
gonna
be
hear it
live,
all through the parking lot. You're gonna hear it all across the highway. You're gonna hear it
man.
all up on the fucking. You're when you're watching it at home on TV. Listen for it. You'll hear it.
Bro,
You'll
I'm
hear it.
so
I
mad I'm
guarantee
not
you'll hear
poor.
it,
I'm so mad I'm not poor. Because if I would have been rich, I'd have been at this game. I'd have been at this game.
bro. If you and I were rich and didn't have to work,
I'd have
and
been
we
at the
had
game.
media credentials,
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you right now. Some games you just can't work. This would be one of those games for me. I can't work this game because I need to. When I work, I don't watch the game. Like I don't enjoy the game.
here's the thing: we'd have it down the line, but it would have I would have you do your natural reaction, like shit, dude. Like just fucking. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. One of these days, we're gonna have enough to where we're. I do really need to get my own camera though. That way, we both can cover both angles, like different sides, and it's a. So, I mean, you can educate me on this. What is the better camera is Canon? Is that like that's the go-to top of the line? That's the camera we should be using? Or is there a different brand that's on par, if not as good or better than Canon?
So Canon is what I have. Um, honestly, that was what was cheap at the time, and I just rock with it. People kind of a lot of people lean to what they learn, like because some people like go with their friends or people they know or they take a class or however they learn. Some people just go on their own and they look at a YouTube video and they just take the same camera that the person is teaching them on and just get that one. So I mean, it's different ways. I mean, I just went for what was the cheapest, to be honest with you. And I just ended with this one, and because it was a package deal, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And it came with a lot of shit, so I just got what was the cheapest. So as far as the best brands and stuff like that, I couldn't tell you right now, honestly, because I'm not even thinking about that. Like I know I need to upgrade my equipment. I'm just not in the place right now to do it. So I'm
Well,
not looking.
it's not about like up because when I look up best, camera brands and all that other kind of stuff, Canon
All right.
always pops up.
All right, there you
So
go.
even as cheap as you said it is, it's still, got the quality.
Well, I mean, a lot of that do just me working a lot of shit and just doing a lot of shit and just having some experience with it. Because a lot of people are still they won't be able to do certain things. Like you know what I mean. Like
Is it really like all about the lenses?
for the most part, yeah. Uh,
If your
the camera body,
lens is good enough, then your photos will be fine no matter what camera you have.
yes and no.
Mm,
So yes and no. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to catch an action photo, you would probably should get something a little more updated because the aperture inside, basically the shutter speed. I mean, not basically, but the shutter speed of the shit. I don't know if I'm saying the right names. I know what I'm talking about, but the naming and all of that shit is ass. I might say the wrong name. You know what I'm saying? So the shutter speed of the camera, like, you know what I mean, is a certain speed. Like if you got a lower model, it's gonna be slower. So it's gonna take longer to fucking hit the shit. You know what I mean? Getting
mm,
good, nice photos and nice action photos. So like the best way to explain it is like when you do the continuous photo, like if you turn it on, and then you know how to do 10 pictures at the same time or 10
mhm,
pictures at once. That right there show you exactly how slow your shutter speed is. You know what I mean? For your camera to automatically load and reload, it already knows it's doing 10 photos. So that's gonna show you how fast that some bitch goes.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's my personal opinion. Like for you to be able to fucking take another photo. So that's why you see those guys like when we be at the field, their Canon looks more advanced because of the shutter speed. And if when you're by me, like in the fourth quarter, because you always come down in the fourth quarter. You hear those some bitches, they going off. That's the shutter speed. That bitch is fast as shit.
Yep.
They have a way more advanced camera than me. If I turn my shit on, I'm not catching all them photos.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like I just stuck to doing
So
video
so
specifically.
the so the shutter speed is specific to the camera, but everything else after that when it comes to the visual is all the lens.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's other different factors as well, but I mean, those are the two most important thing to get you started. You can find the other nuances and shit on your own, but those are the two I would say lean towards just based off of what you're trying to do. And I know
Yeah.
most of your shit sports related. So that's
Well,
probably like if you're doing pictures, obviously you're gonna use it for other shit, but it's like most of the content you're gonna be recording is like sports related shit.
right, but I had looked at it this way because I thought if I can get a camera
Right.
and be able to, get a good enough lens and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I want to be able to not just so like we'll have with you, you'll be catching like the video aspect of what's going on the field, right?
Right.
Me on the other side, I'll be able to actually get the photos.
Hmm.
And then that way, Instagram and all that other kind of stuff, I'll get the connection to be able to go to my phone and upload it to that so I can do it on social media.
Well, cameras nowadays, bro, like they have they have internet capabilities. You could just use your phone as a hotspot. You could send the photos to your email, and then
Yeah.
you could just move them from there instead of like stress about sending to you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So I was just kind of looking at it going, we'll be able to cover more aspects, like different sides of the field. Or maybe while you're covering like San Jose State side, I'll be covering the visitor side.
yeah,
Like,
that would have been my idea with the whoever came, or if it was you or whatever,
yeah,
do the other camera. Yeah, that would definitely was gonna be my idea.
cover one covers the home, one covers the away.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would definitely be ideal.
fucking as far as also with that camera, I feel like you probably should get one that has the internet capabilities that goes to YouTube and all of that jazz, because that'll help with this format of the show as well.
Yep.
You just connect it and stuff like that. And I mean, granted, the computer thing would be a thing too, but I mean, I feel like with the camera, at least we can get the content out to be able to get the computer
Yeah.
from the shit raised from the content. So yeah.
Yeah. We can have that all figured out. It's just a matter of getting the equipment. And then so we were talking about it and we're kind of starting to realize we're needing a little bit more help than we initially thought. Um, with three of us doing the show like this, that's one thing. Eventually being around, each other doing it, that's what the end goal is to be able to do that. Um, but when it comes to physically being at events, we want to be able to cover more than just one spot at a time. And to be able to have at least 2, 3 of us at an event at the same time. I'd like to be able to have, with Kay out there in the Bay, covering Bay Area stuff, while, somebody out here with me and Mad Sticks covering what's out in the valley, out here in the Sacramento area. I really wanna get into Sacramento State's athletics. Um, I wanna get more involved in NBA stuff, so we're looking for somebody to, essentially be our NBA correspondent. Like we have Corey, like we have Sunshine, comes talking about Formula 1. Hans every once in a while comes, talks boxing. Uh, so to have a correspondent about, talking about NBA basketball, we're talking about expanding our horizons as a show, being able to talk about more than just football, which we know and we're comfortable with. That's why we talk a lot about it. So we have to be able to expand the process and be able to grow. And we want to be able to do down the line videos with basketball and, maybe boxing, maybe, get head like doing different sports, different things. We want to be able to do that, be able to cover that. So, not just specifically to football. We want to be able to cover all ranges and all sports. Um, so I mean, we have our foot in the door, which is the good part about it. We just need the help, and the problem with the whole thing is, I don't think it's a matter of being able to find the people who can do the job, who are capable of doing the job. The matter is being able to do it while essentially helping us grow this to where we can start financially covering everybody. So that we can start, me and Kay and Madstix, we've been doing this whole thing for the last, 2 going on 3 years out of our own pockets. We're not necessarily getting a whole lot out of this, but the goal is to do that. The goal is to be able to put enough content, to be able to talk about it, to be able to get enough eyes on it, which we do. We've had, plenty of people watch. We've had plenty of guests who like coming on. Um, so what we're building is legit. It's just a matter of time before it gets there. Every, I had the idea of it at the very beginning for me. I thought it was going to happen a lot faster than what it did, not realizing the process of everything. And then how much and what we need to be able to make it look visually better. And then to be able to consistently get enough viewerships and everything else like that to be able to get that revenue. So it's been a long process, but it's been a fun process. It's basically trying to have somebody come on and kind of do everything for free, enjoy the experience as we grind to that goal. Because a lot of people, time is money. People got to work. Inflation's a motherfucker. So, any little bit, can help. So it's trying to convince somebody to join the team and understand the process that it's going to take. So really where we hit the roadblock in finding somebody to be able to help us out, cover and do all that other kind of stuff. So, and we also still want to be able to have that female correspondent. We had Miss Jen a little while ago. Um, something like that. We still want to be able to have that on the show. Um, not just not just another pretty face, but somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. That's who we're looking for. Somebody is just as passionate about sports as we are and be able to give an input, unlike what you normally see on ESPN and all the other talking heads and stuff like that throughout. So there's a lot of things that we still want to do. It's just certain roadblocks and trying to find the ways around those obstacles that's proving to be a little difficult. Um, but we're on the right path. We're talking to the right people. We're doing the right things. We're learning. We've definitely, like, from the start of this entire thing to right now, we've definitely grown. We've definitely learned and be able to we And in the short time that we have, we've covered a lot, we've met a lot of people, we've made good relationships. So, I think the progress at this point, it's only a matter of time before it's really good enough to where we can start calling this like, all right, now we can really focus on doing this because this is what's bringing us the revenue. So everybody had their starting building process. It's just a matter of having the patience enough to stick through it. But I'm gonna try and see. Let me see. Well, I'm gonna try and apply for those season credentials for the 49ers. Um, like Terrell told us.
His name's Terrell.
Terrell, sorry. Fuck. Terrell. I thought about it afterwards. I was like, did I say it correctly? Nope. Thank you for correcting me, sir. Because if we could start doing pro games, and we need to start capitalizing on the high. We talked about it earlier, like off air, but we need to start capitalizing on the high school and stuff too. Being able to find ways to cover more out here. In the high school, because the high school scene is, there's so many players and so many athletes that we could be paying attention to going into the collegiate ranks as they grow and grow and grow. So dipping into that, then going into, college like we've been doing, and then dipping into the pros. There's a lot of things I want to try and do next year when it comes to going to Austin to be able to cover the Formula One race that's going to be there next year. Um, but these are all things that, yeah, we want to do it, but we got to come with the realization of what we can do. And what we can do is take it one step at a time and just keep going and keep going and keep going until we figure it out. So come Friday, we want to start off really, adding more segments. And we want to be consistent with the top fives. We want to make, top shelving, Tuesdays and stuff like that, during the football season. And, we'll figure out more things along the way. I had ideas for possibly giving an end of the year award for um the top, Northern California athletes. Um it's just all thoughts. Can we do it? Yeah, but we need the finances to do it. We need to build a little bit more on the networking. And I'm thinking with the Bay Area Cali Classic coming up in January, that's going to be an opportunity for us to kind of break out of the shell a little bit more and really kind of dip into the networking part of the whole thing. Having the setup and everything else like that, a little bit more than what we had last year. Um, so I don't know, man. Next year is going to be 2023 is going to be interesting. Anything else like segment wise we were thinking about? We know Top Shelf Tuesdays during football season. Can that be applied to basketball?
As far as top shelf, no. No, because top shelf is like You grabbing something from the top shelf is only a fucking metaphor for like catching something. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
As far as basketball, it's like it would be something different. I don't want to spill that now and if somebody take our idea. So
Well, I mean, that's basically what we're doing at this point now. We're just talking about ideas, things that we wanna do.
exactly, and this is the time where motherfuckers take our ideas.
Yeah, that's
So
true. At least for
and
the I had a conversation with my coworker. I was like, "Yeah, we think some sports heads are watching because it's way too coincidental that we talk about something at one point and then, a day or two later, it's being talked about on national television. Same exact conversation,
right,
the topic, everything, just it's annoying.
yeah,
It's annoying.
that's what I was more saying about that. To like piggyback on your point, not necessarily negate your point, but just kind of like slightly piggyback off it. I mean, yeah, the Cali Classic coming. I think this month and a half that we have before then, we gotta like pump out a lot of fucking criteria. Reach out to all of those teams and coaches from those schools just so
Yeah.
they can like vaguely hear about us, like they seen the emails and the shit like that. Then when they get to the game, it's like, where the fuck have I heard these people before?
It's funny you brought that up because I actually talked to Leslie and she said we need to schedule a show to have that, either players or coaches or whoever, but she said we need to schedule a point before the game for the show.
All right, well, we need.
So,
So as far as that, all right, I'm glad you mentioned that. So I already got a few talking points that y'all can discuss. Uh, First, availability for those coaches and players. Um, Two, do she want to use this content for their website as far as promotion? Because they can
mm,
chop the video up and stuff like that. If they do it in enough times, they can chop the video up and put it out as a promotional video. So it's more the fact of when you want to do it. We're in December right now. I don't know when they're releasing the names, but
you said, well, they're already starting to release commitments.
okay.
They already announced, like, oh, like your kids are
They
getting,
announced
oh,
the
that they were getting
nominations.
nominated and all that stuff, but
Did she announce the nominations yet?
there have been nominations announced and there have been commitments announced, but I haven't asked. They're still, as far as I know, they're still going through a lot of names. There's been a ton of submissions.
Right,
So, I mean, we did our part. We still can't really, say who it was that we nominated.
right. I mean, I'm
Um,
really not stressing on that. I was just asking.
yeah, no, as far as that process, everything's going down, but they're still in the process of finding players.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
announced commitments, but they've only announced, like, I think 4, like 4 or
Oh,
5.
okay. So yeah, just to like I said, to reiterate my point, like we need to pump out content as far as just not necessarily strategic, but I mean for high school and for college, they're pretty much at the end. I mean NFL, we got like a few more months, but you know what I mean? Like those two levels of football, they're done. So I
Yeah.
mean we can like do little shit here and there. I don't know. I don't know. Like some of the videos that we were talking about earlier, um, you know, um, the year-end DTL or whatever, and different things like that. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to cover more basketball.
Oh, and that's for sure. Because I mean, I have a good history with basketball, but like I would love to do that. I would love that.
And I think the shots for that would be pretty insane.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be for me. It'll be fucking difficult to be on my knee that fucking long because in football I'm standing straight the fuck up.
Yeah.
So in basketball, it's like holy shit, where do I go? I can't run the goddamn sideline. You know what I mean? Like
You basically have to pick one spot, and that's your spot.
I know, and that's the part that's gonna suck. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have to get like in the tunnel because I think I see photographers in the tunnel. You know what I mean? Like right there at the little corner when the game's going on. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but that fuck, I just thought about that. Like fuck,
You need to be on,
in a chair.
if it's possible to be on the basically in the mid court.
I mean, that'll be a good spot. I mean, I don't know. I personally would like a corner seat. Like, give me the corner. I will have one good basket and then another angle at another good basket. I don't know. And then I don't know. I don't know right now.
I
It's
don't
two
know.
halves in college basketball. I'm still trying to figure it out.
You
I mean, especially with just one person. Like that's gonna be rough.
we'll have to figure it out, and because San Jose State and stuff, they got the new court too. That'd be cool to
Yeah.
see.
The glow in the dark tech joint. That's just dope. I feel like it's dope, but the actual idea is played. Not saying it's like because they did it, but I mean the actual idea is played out because like everybody kind of like piggybacked on that idea when after
Has
fucking Oregon did it.
Yeah, having the different court designs and all that other kind of stuff, but it is unique in the design because San Jose State being an engineering tech school and everything else kind of like that.
Yeah,
you know the microchip and stuff, it makes sense.
yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Oregon with the trees and all that makes sense. So just everybody having their own style of court and everything, that's pretty cool. I like that. So it'd be cool to see if we can cover more of that. But it's just we want to do a lot. It's just we essentially need 2 more people. 1 female for sure, because we want one for the show. We want to have the female perspective on sports and stuff like that for the show.
And
So
we need
1
one
guarantee.
athletic so we can have a race and have her beat JP in front of everybody. We go
No,
Rich Eisen this thing.
no, ain't doing that. Nope, not doing that at all.
See JP run.
Let me fuck around and get me and shit. Man, hey, I know I can run better than Rich Eisen. I know I can run better than that.
I don't know, Bucko. You've been on the couch for a long time. People underestimate what that couch does to your fucking backside. Trying to tell you, man. The muscles lock
I
up.
work. I still do squats.
Hey, man. All right. All right. Keep thinking that work body and the athletic body is the same.
It's not.
All right.
It's fucking not. I know it's not.
You'll go out there and pull a fucking hammy. Oh, shit. Ah,
No,
something.
for real. No, like that's what I need to do. Like, yeah, I can go to the gym and lift weights and stuff, but what I need to do is be out on the field.
Yeah.
The athletic drill. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
But I don't got
Dude,
the
I
time,
told you
man.
they have the little kit, like $15 at Walmart, man. Comes with like hurdles,
I don't got the
cones.
time, nor do I have the person to throw the football around.
Oh, I mean, I didn't necessarily mean you going to catch the ball. I feel like you need
I gotta feel like I'm running routes and stuff like that. That's part of my on-field shit.
Yeah,
Running
I think you
routes.
need some cone drills before you do some routes.
Yeah.
We don't need a you remember you told the story about what happened to your knee.
All right, that was a fluke shit on fresh, brand new turf,
Hey, man. Hey, I understand,
and I wasn't running a route.
but at the
I
exact
was
same
running in
time,
liners.
let's let's uh let's get a
Just
little
saying
athletic
out
before we
loud.
start trying to run a bang eight. Like, let's let's do some
No,
box
I
drills.
know I know I still got it because, or like at least the athleticism and stuff like that. I know I still got it because the last time we were at the Bay Area Cali Classic, my hand-eye coordination and stuff like that was there.
Dude,
Catching the
that's something
footballs and everything. I was
completely fucking
and
different,
I'm
dude.
not, but no, if my hand-eye coordination is there, I I know it's there.
All right, so firstly, let me go ahead and shit on that fucking point. I'm sorry, but this is pretty much
I'm
how I was
just
gonna
going
go.
on how I personally am.
There's 90-year-old boxers that will beat the dog shit out of you today because of hand-eye coordination, but they can't run nowhere. There's no fast moving from them, but those
Okay,
hands.
okay. You are not giving me enough credit on my fighting ability.
No,
You mean
I'm
to tell
not.
me
It has not.
you don't think I can beat a 90-year-old boxer?
Old pro boxer. All right, so let's say it like
A
this,
90-year-old? Come
bro.
on, man.
Bro, you get my point. It was a hyperbole on the age, but a guy that's older boxers, clearly old, out of the game, not moving well. They'll still throw fucking hands. I know you remember that viral video of that guy, that older gentleman, head full of white hair, beating the shit out of that young boxer overseas. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Hand-eye coordination don't mean nothing towards you running a route. Yo, like you could throw a ball or catch a ball for sure. I'm not denying your hands. That's one thing I'm not denying. Now, your ability to get out there and run that motherfucking arrow route. Now that is a different story.
Little
Yeah,
shaky.
you haven't done shit, and that's it. You haven't done shit
No.
like that. You've been moving and working, and you know what I mean. Like,
Fuck around and tear a hamstring.
yeah, man. I'm just saying, you probably should get out there, hit
Blow
some cone
my quad
drills,
out.
get some cone drills in you. Maybe a week of cone drills. Then go out there and try to run.
Yeah,
Keep it a
it's
low.
not difficult to do. It's just getting out there to do it.
Yeah, man.
Finding the time to get out there to do it. That's the whole problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have the time. You have the same off days. So,
So
I
for
mean,
sure.
it's not like you don't know when to get out there. And on top of that, you just said after 5, you can get out there. I mean, you can work out for like 30, 45 minutes. I don't think you.
It's dark as fuck by 5.
I mean, who said to go in the dark? I mean, that's first off. Like, no one told you to go in the dark. All I'm saying is you have the opportunity. Like, that's it.
Hold on. So how do I have the opportunity when it gets dark at 5?
Because every park does not have lights. That was a
So you
double
want me to go
negative,
to
but
the
it made
park
a little
at
sense.
night and run cone drills after work?
Bro, truck drivers got a little bench thing to fucking do ab workouts and sit-ups and all kind of shit. After they just fucking did a goddamn cross-country shit, they're doing sit-ups in the back of their goddamn loader. So, yeah. I mean, everybody got to get their workout in. And especially when the popularity grows of the show, they're going to start asking, hey, can you do a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, can you do a little bit? Can you do this? Can you do that? You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to show something. I mean, throwing the pass
And
is
I'm
one
gonna
thing.
tell them, yes, I can. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. It's gonna hurt like a motherfucker tomorrow.
See, that's the part we're trying to eliminate. The hurting like a
That's
motherfucker
the part
tomorrow.
like I can do the activity, just gonna hurt like a motherfucker tomorrow.
That's
We
it.
got to get out of that part. But at least in the moment, I can do the activity.
Yeah.
That's what I'm proud of. I can do that at least. I'll deal with the soreness and the pain the next day. I'll deal with that later.
But yeah, we don't need you like me. Got a bunch of kids from your alma mater, and you tear your ACL playing against them. So yeah.
Hey,
So
Lakeland's doing good right now.
yeah, I know they're going to state.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
15 in the country right now,
I mean, it's
I
pretty,
think.
pretty, pretty low. But I mean, as far as
They're
the
undefeated
competition,
though. That's what
yeah.
they have a few schools that I mean St. John Bosco and Mater Dei, they're at 1-2, but they both have the same they both have one loss, but it's to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's kind of like,
It's all good. They'll be ranked pretty high next season.
we'll
So ain't
see,
too
man.
much
I
going
hope
on.
so.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Everything's good. It's okay.
Yeah, I just need to we'll have people. What can you do? A lot.
I mean, nullis
How long
secundus.
can you do it? That's the the duration of the activity is what's also in question.
Look, man, you know what to do. If you want to be that old fart at 32, then okay, go ahead. You only got 2 years. So just go ahead. I'm gonna tell you right now, from a person that hit 30 right as COVID fucking cracked off. I turned 30 2019.
Yep.
COVID hit. My birthday's in August. COVID hit 6 months into my birthday after turning 30. I didn't even get to enjoy 30 at all. Like, so I went from 30 to 32 rapidly. Like, you know what I mean? By the time COVID was fucking over, I'm like an old fart, not really doing nothing. People really weren't working out together. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, I'm actually trying to do some shit, but I mean, I'm not as consistent as I need to be, but hey, I'm trying to do some shit, get back into it, and I feel a lot better than what the fuck I did during those COVID years. So
Yep.
I'm just saying, like, your body will stiffen up. It's taking me a lot longer, to be honest with you,
We're
just
not
because of those
as we're not
factors.
as
Me
young as
not
we used
sitting
to be.
doing it for 2 years, basically.
It doesn't take us a week like it used to.
Oh yeah, well shit, yeah.
Younger days, shit. 1 week. It's good. We're good. We can play a whole game right now. Like that. Let's go. Now, all right, you got to give me a little bit before I can play a full game.
Dude, when I first started playing semi-pro, I was pulling the Coach Prime. I was going to football practice and then go to fucking league basketball games. Go to a football game and then go to a men's basketball game. I promise you, I did that shit at least twice when I
Staying in
first started
shape.
playing semi-pro. Say it again.
Staying in shape.
In staying in shape, dude. I lost so much fucking weight. People really was asking me was I on drugs. I swear to you, people really was asking me like you sure
Yeah,
you
you're
only
starting to
smoking?
look like you starting to look like a tall ass DMX. Why you getting so skinny? What's going on? You
Alrighty.
good? You good? Yep, I'm good. It's just I do nothing but play sports. I play football, then I come and play basketball because I still have energy. Can
Yeah.
you do that now?
I mean, I could. I honestly, I really don't know because back then I was going to 24, so I was getting in the hot tub and in the pool, so I was cold flashing and hot flashing my body, so I was able to recover faster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was a part of my process. Like my recovery process, I don't do 75% of the shit I'm doing that I did. Let me say that. I'm not doing 75% of the shit I was doing to recover my body in my 20s.
Hmm.
So if I get back into that process fully, I believe I can because I had flashes like on Thanksgiving because I was starting to do shit before Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? So when I went out there to play Thanksgiving ball, that's just a reflection of me doing abs and all that shit and the shit I've been doing, stretching and all of that. So I was able to fucking do shit. So like I told you, I was out there routing the fuck out of them goddamn those fucking junior college kids. I was fucking their ass up. I was fucking their ass up. So that's what I mean. It's like, so yeah, I understand that I can get back into it. So I can feel that I'm getting my legs back. So it potentially to make to end this long ass explanation, potentially, yeah, I think I could, but I mean, I don't know. Just because I'm not doing the recovery process that I'm supposed to.
I need to go to one of those like the cryotherapy.
Dude, my thing is, you probably should work your way up to that. That shit cold as fuck. You need to goddamn do snow. Go butt naked in the fun, not butt naked, but fucking just your skivvies.
Go butt
Just your
naked in the snow.
skivvies. Yeah, no shit. That could work. Skivvies in the snow. Just jump in that motherfucker. If you can't do that, you might well don't even go to cryotherapy.
I
Because
did.
you're
No,
gonna be cold.
I've done cryotherapy before, and you're
Oh,
right.
okay.
It is cold as fuck. Like, but I've done it before, and I can't lie. It makes you feel fucking good afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, so it's definitely something that um I might want to look into. I still gotta fucking go to a chiropractor, dude. Like as soon as I get that done, much better.
Yeah, I need to go get another 24 membership at Costco. That shit is
My
still
my
real.
wife, her health insurance, she gets gym memberships and stuff for free.
Lucky motherfucker, man.
I keep telling her I gotta find out because I can get onto um, her health insurance. We just
Well,
need to
yeah.
find out how.
Well, you're married, so it's very easy.
Exactly. I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn,
And what the fuck, Josh? like, why haven't you done this shit?
beats me.
As a unit, I can't be the only athletic motherfucker.
No,
Mastics is the most dangerous.
exactly.
I'm just the most athletic. Like, I can't.
Am I the most unlucky?
I feel like some of these situations you put yourself, like the whole Kurt Warner shit, you did that to yourself. I literally warned you. And you did it to yourself. So I don't know, man. It's a mixed bag.
That's the whole thing. I wasn't talking shit. I was just pointing out the obvious of what was going on.
Yeah, but it came across like you were talking shit.
It only came across that way to him because I had the fucking 49ers shit in the background. That's why.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I tried to tell you. I was like, do not, because I knew you were going to be nonered up. So I'm like, do not repeat this shit, please.
What did I do?
You repeated the shit, and I knew it. I'm like, he's going to probably wear his fucking Ronnie Lott jersey because it's the oldest player he has. I feel like that was what you was going to do. And Ronnie Lott jersey, 49er banner, fucking scarf. Man.
I wasn't wearing my 49er jersey, was I?
I'm very sure.
No, I wasn't that stupid.
I know for certain you were in front of the fucking scarf.
No, I know I had the scarf in the background. I was just like, I don't think I had the. If I would have had the jersey on, that would have.
Yeah, that probably set him off. But no, fucking. That's probably how I quantified it. I don't know if you had the jersey on either. Now that you say that, but that's how I quantified it. I feel like you were gonna be nonered up. That's really why I gave you that. Like, don't say this shit, please.
Shit. And half the players I named off on why I like the 49ers, he's like, you weren't even born to watch them.
Yeah, I tried to save you. So, and like every time I try to tell you this, so So you remember it. You weren't alone.
Oh,
You
no,
were not alone. I
I
tried
remember
to
every bit
say,
of it.
I'm like, I looked at my players. I seen all of mine. Like, I wanted him to say, "Who's your team?" And he would not take the bait.
No,
I'm like, he
no.
was not messing with it. He wants to destroy his
He
man.
said I'm on your head, and that's it. That's what's gonna happen the rest of the show. I'm just gonna be on your ass all day long.
Oh
Yep.
God.
And I was all for it. It was fine. It was
What
all
if?
good.
Oh God. What if he had a conversation with Jerry Rice before that conversation?
If we ever have a conversation, I'm gonna ask him about that flag football game.
Ooh.
I'll be like, hey, we talked to Marshall Falk, and he said that you had a flag football game a little while ago. And he said you and Joe Montana looked at each other and you were gonna run that, the slant route. And he jumped it, picked it, and ran it for 6. Is that true? I'll ask him. If we ever do, I'll ask him.
All right. So let me ask you this: who do you think would deny it first, Jerry Rice or Joe Montana? They'd be like, I don't remember that.
I think it would be Joe. He doesn't remember throwing interceptions.
Mm.
He's like, I don't remember it going like that, but he's like, you sure it was Joe, not Steve? I feel like that's what he would say.
That's crazy how y'all 49er fans do not appreciate y'all legends, man.
What are you talking about? It was
Well,
well known they didn't like each
I
other. What
don't
are you
mean
talking
legends,
about?
but good players.
I love the legends. I have all the respect in the world for the legends.
Bro, Jimmy G's gonna go down as one of y'all legends.
Stop it.
I'm dead ass serious. The man has a lot of wins for y'all, bro. Didn't he pass Joe? Like, come on, dog. Y'all gotta get that man some credit. That
But
man, he
here's the
did.
thing. We were
Pretty sure.
winning because of Joe.
Y'all was winning because of Jerry. Joe would have been
But
back there and didn't have Jerry. Who the fuck you throwing the ball
Joe
to?
clutch, man. Look at the tape. Look at the tape. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Before the catch and everything else like that, all those clutch plays in the Super Bowl, that was before Jerry even got there. And then when you add Jerry Rice to an already a legend like Joe Montana, who's already won a Super Bowl at that point, shit. Joe Montana had 3 Super Bowl MVPs.
Because they rated the quarterback extremely high back in those days. That's pretty much what it was.
Actually, I think 4 MVPs, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
Either way, he's 4-0.
He got 4. That makes sense, huh?
Yep.
That's what's up. Hey man, why I say this? Good job for all them 90s teams of the Niners. Your legacy's still holding strong.
Okay.
Mm, 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 mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Come Friday, we will have a little bit more of a segmented format. I'm gonna play around with a few things, see how we're gonna
Hold on,
like to
hold
kind
on,
of transition. Well,
hold on. You didn't say anything about Monday Night Football.
you mean Thursday Night Football?
Monday night. We didn't talk at all because we didn't have a show on Tuesday.
Oh, what about Monday night?
Did you see the game at all?
Parts.
All right, never mind. We can move on.
I I can tell by the messages you were sending
Oh, I was hurt.
that of what was going on. So I was kind of like,
I
yep.
was I was a broken soldier at that point.
You went from down in the dumps, life is over, fuck it, there's no point in doing this anymore, to, oh my God, Tom Brady's the shit. Okay.
Actually, Actually,
Actually, you
actually,
said Rashad White.
I
Sorry.
said
Yeah, Rashad
Rashad.
White. Rashad White. Tom Brady the God. Afterwards, I was just like, God damn.
I
I was
never
like,
said
yep,
that.
Tom Brady did it again. And then I looked it up. I looked at the highlights and I was like, there's no point in this day to be even happening, but I guess it does. Tom Brady's won more games after a divorce. Like, what the fuck?
Honestly, I really just wanted to brag about sweeping the damn Saints. I mean the Aints. That's it. I mean, we can focus on Tom. We can keep it like good because we kind of like dredged up a little bit of bullshit. But honestly, we like think
Hey,
about it, bro. If this was the Niners and y'all swept any of the teams in y'all division, you would be just as happy.
what are the chances of AB getting a girl that looks like her?
Oh my Jesus. I mean, all right, so two things. She's Brazilian, but she looks completely fucking white. Right?
You think he can just find any white girl off the street to look like Giselle?
I mean, you don't really have to go far when you're in the state of Florida. Have you been to Florida, bro?
Been to? No.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to. It's like walking around Corpus Christi.
I've been to Corpus Christi.
I know. So now think about it. What do you see when you walk around Corpus Christi?
This is Country K trying to get me in trouble.
What
This
is
is
the intro sound that you play for me? There it is. You have your
I
answer.
ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
yeah, but he asked whether or not she's in the room to talk about the Eagles.
Well, I didn't.
Mhm.
I said motherfucker.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Let it marinate a little bit. I know. I mean, I know you got it, but I mean, actually, I don't know. Do you have it? Let's just move on.
Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Friday is going to be a little bit more of a different structure. We're going to play around with a little few things. We want to keep certain segments. We want to add certain segments. We want to keep things consistent. Um, but when it comes to being able to grow and do this permanently, we need you guys. That's what you guys are for. The Jaffa Army is steadily growing and growing and growing as time goes. We appreciate everybody who's been with us since the very beginning, and we appreciate everybody who's came to us just now. So, heard all around the world. Uh, we're getting ready for the Bay Area Cali Classic. Come January, San Jose State is in a bowl game. They're in the Idaho Potato Bowl against Eastern Michigan. December 20th, so 2 days before my birthday. Uh, so go Spartans, and hopefully they get a win for me. That's being selfish. I shouldn't do that. They're probably going to do it for everybody else, including Camden. I'm the last one on their list, but I'm going to sit there and go, yeah, that's a good birthday present. Win a bowl game. That'd be nice. But um, Friday, we got Corey. And with the college football playoff picture set, um, it's, you know, one of the situations that we talked about last week is definitely in play. So it's going to be interesting to talk to him. And then come Tuesday, we might turn it to Wednesday being a permanent. I was just thinking about it. We might turn it to Wednesday being a permanent thing, especially with Matt Six's schedule. It changing, to his days off being like Monday or Wednesday, Thursday. so we might be able to get him on for then. So we'll see. We'll see. But nonetheless, more content, more staring motherfuckerly at each other, and more Jaffa shenanigans that we do every single episode. Appreciate the Jaffa Army for hanging out with us. And we will see you guys on Friday. For myself, JP, and for the 610 Beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K. We will see you guys next time. Deuces.
Make sure you wash your ass and aloha.